Yeah.
I'm Megan Barton, and this is my audience. Is that everyone? No. Okay. I bet you already had your fix for the day. Now, by the time you go to sleep, I bet you'll have even more. You might be asking yourself this question: what am I addicted to? The answer to that is caffeine. 90% of Americans consume caffeine in some way, shape, or form every day. It comes in many forms: candy, medications, drinks, especially coffee, tea, and energy drinks. And some form of the stimulant can either hurt or help you. The bigger questions pertaining to caffeine are this: what exactly is caffeine? How does it help me? And how could it potentially hurt me? So, the definition for caffeine, according to medicinenet.com, is that caffeine is a stimulant compound found naturally in coffee, tea, cocoa, and cola nuts, and added to soft drinks, foods, and medicines that can affect the neurotransmitters within your body. It's the world's most widely consumed psychoactive drug, but unlike any other psychoactive drug, it goes unregulated by the FDA because it's considered to be generally safe. Generally safe means that you have an intake of less than 300 milligrams per day. The recommended intake then comes in milligrams, but you might be asking yourself, how much is exactly 300 milligrams? So for example, this is a venti coffee from Starbucks, and inside of it, a typical iced coffee has 235 grams of caffeine, milligrams of caffeine. So looking at that, it couldn't be that bad for you until you had 2 or 3 and possibly have harmful levels of caffeine intake. Furthermore, other energy drinks that most people are familiar with is Red Bull, which has 80 milligrams, and Rockstar, which has 84. All of these in small quantities are beneficial actually to your health and your performance. But when you look at having more than one, you're presenting issues for your body and its intake levels. It affects the central nervous system to ward off fatigue and improve your alertness. During short periods of time, this is great, but depending on your body size and the tolerance you may or may not have built up, it determines the amount of caffeine you need to achieve your desired results. So caffeine, it's unregulated. It has to benefit you in some way, right? Or else they would have a problem with it and FDA would restrict it. So the health benefits of caffeine are this. It can prevent diseases, according to how stuff works, such as Parkinson's disease, decrease your risk for type 2 diabetes, and it's also used in medications such as aspirin to help increase the absorption rate within your body. It improves your reaction time, can increase your endurance, and help promote alertness. But because it can improve performance like this, the NCAA actually has caffeine listed as a banned performance-enhancing drug. You can look more of this up online at ncaa.org. But however, the tolerance your body can become accustomed to is potentially harmful to your health. When you need more and more to achieve the desired results, you're looking at problems that may ensue, such as overconsumption and then potentially harming your body without realizing it. Using coffee, caffeine, any forms of that is fine, okay? It's fine, sparingly. But daily, you will require more and more caffeine to achieve the desired results. Caffeine is no miracle drug. There will be side effects, and the risks associated with overzealous consumption can be staggering. So the potential risks of caffeine intake can become caffeine dependency. Roland Griffiths, a professor at Johns Hopkins University, did a research project that showed the results that 100 milligrams of caffeine a day, so much lower than the recommended daily intake, can provide a physical dependence in your body. When you have a dependency issue and something like that, you have a withdrawal that might become associated with it. That withdrawal will include headaches, irritability, inability to concentrate, pain in your stomach, insomnia, and drowsiness. All of these factors can be potentially harmful to your health and affecting all those around you. It can start within 12 to 24 hours after your last intake of caffeine and typically will peak about 48 hours afterwards. That basically means 2 days after your last caffeine intake, you're looking at the worst symptoms possible from your withdrawal symptoms. The mental disorder that is now listed as is in the American Psychiatric Association's 5th edition of Diagnostic and Statistic Manual. But the toxicity of caffeine is what is really of prominence and importance. If you have too much caffeine within your system, it ultimately can lead to death. Leading to death, obviously, it's not exactly a good thing. WebMD will list 10 grams of caffeine being the fatal dosage of caffeine for a normal person in their body. So 10 grams of caffeine, what's the equivalent of that? It's about 80 cups of coffee. So kind of hoping no one can drink 80 cups of coffee in one day. But if you have caffeine pills, however, you're looking at more increased risk because you can keep popping pills and not realize just how much you're intaking. So with a moderate increase of caffeine, you're looking at possible restlessness, anxiety, fidgeting, excitement, rapid heartbeat, anything that could end up hurting you potentially in the long run. However, with much larger overdoses, you're looking at issues like mania, depression, hallucinations, disorientation, and even delusions and disinhibition. All of these could be potentially painful things to do. Who should avoid caffeine, however, should be things like pregnant women, people with liver issues, metabolic issues, and women that are nursing children. When you look at these issues, that's what becomes prominent in who can hurt and harm your potential performance. When the instance of a man has died before, they had liver cirrhosis. The liver pretty much processes any foreign materials within your body. And when you look into that, that's how a man died by taking caffeine pills when he had liver cirrhosis. His body couldn't process the caffeine, and because of this, he ended up passing away. So caffeine, though it can help you as much as it can also potentially harm you and very possibly kill you. It's incredibly hard to escape caffeine in our culture, especially in college. Starbucks, energy drinks, overnighters, everything like that, it's going to require a lot of help. Knowing what its effects are and what exactly it is can help you improve your health and make sure you take care of your body. So maybe the next time you go looking for a soda, you'll probably grab a bottle of water instead, because you might ask yourself, am I addicted? That's the truth about caffeine, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and hopefully you can make a smarter choice in the future.